A very good morning, children, to all of you. How are you doing? So, we've already reached the last day of the week. That's Thursday. Now, today I'm going to take a science lesson. So, please open page 100. That's constructing circuits. Now, what is a circuit? We've studied in the previous lesson that a circuit is something where we have the connections between the different components when we want to light up something, or it's generally used in electricity. Okay, so construct is to make. Now look at the picture there on page number 100. You can see those two girls. They have a wire in their hand, 3 bulbs, and also a battery. With this 3 things, they are connecting, and once they connect the wire to the other end, you can see one end of the battery is connected. When the wire is connected to the other end, okay, we say the circuit is complete. What do we say? We say that the circuit is complete. Okay, now, so you can see there that they are trying to join the circuit. Okay. Now, there are a few questions. Can you think before? You know the word predict. Predict means to think before. Can you predict what will happen if you add more lamps? More lamps means more electricity. But what is the source of electricity? It is only the battery. Battery has only little power or a little charge. So if you keep on adding more bulbs, will the bulbs glow? No, they are not going to glow after some time. Okay. What can we do, however, to make the lamps brighter? We can just add more batteries to the circuit. Now, since we are not in the class and we are not able to do the experiment, now look at the investigation on page number 101. You can see that if the same investigation means experiment, if it is repeated using more batteries means more energy. And now if you add 4 bulbs, how many bulbs are there? There are 4 bulbs. Even if you add 4 bulbs or maybe 5 bulbs, it will glow brightly. Why? Because now the circuit has more energy, because you can see there are 3 batteries. So, if you wish to complete the sentence there, see, can you see the pen mark? Complete the concluding sentence. Concluding means the last sentence. What is it saying? We made a circuit with 3 batteries. When we added more lamps, the lamps, what will happen? What will you write there? Stayed bright. In the next few slides, I have solved this and I have put it up in the PowerPoint, so you can look into that. Now look at the next investigation. Okay, the point 2, construct the circuit in this picture. Does the brightness of the lamp change? Now just look at question number 1 on the left hand side. There are 3 batteries together and there are 4 bulbs. Now look how the bulb and the batteries are arranged. It is arranged alternately. Alternately means 1 battery, 1 bulb, 1 battery, 1 bulb. Now look at the question below. Circle the correct words in this sentence. The position of the lamps and batteries, what will happen? Will it change or does not change the brightness? It does not change. Okay. So, it will not change the brightness of the lamps. Now, there's a question here. Think about. All of us know about fairy lights. You know, fairy lights are these lights which we all love to have it in our house, in our rooms. Okay. So, if one lamp stops working, none of them work. Why is it so? See, electricity will have to flow through each and every bulb. Okay. How many bulbs are there in the fairy light? Maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 40. Now suppose if one bulb also, I repeat, even if one bulb blows out or conks off or gets spoiled, what will happen to the circuit? The electricity is not able to flow. So if the electricity is not able to flow, what do we say? That the circuit is broken. What do we say? The circuit is broken. When the circuit is broken, will the electricity flow to the next bulb? Obviously no. So therefore, none of the bulbs will work. Okay, this was quite a short topic, more of investigations. I hope all of you have put today's date. Now therefore we come to the next page, 102. It's a continuation of the same topic. You can see constructing circuits. Okay, now a few points here that I would like to mention. That is, each of these parts are called the components. So I've put these 3 points. First one is that when you add more bulbs, when you add more bulbs or lamps, what happens to the lamps? They got less bright. Second point, if you add more batteries, what happens to the lamps? The lamps got brighter. Now the next change that we brought about was the position of the lamps and the batteries. That is, where are you placed? Now just remember, think you are sometimes arranged in 4 groups. Sometimes you are sitting 2 together. So wherever I put you, the number of students who are present in the class on that day, will that change? No, it will not change. Position means where you are placed. So the position of the lamps and the batteries, when we do, there is no change in the brightness. Okay. Now these are the 2 pages that I have done. Now come to page 102. Please write today's date again. Now here these 2 pages are very important. What is it? And it has a lot of concepts that you must understand. The first one, as I read out, electricity is very powerful. All of us know it's very powerful and it is dangerous. Okay. Why is it dangerous? It's dangerous because sometimes we get an electric shock. Now we also know that we have some toys, we have maybe the remote, we have our mobiles that run on batteries. But what is the difference? So that also has electricity. What is the difference? That the batteries have much lower voltage than the mains electricity. When I say mains electricity, that is the electricity that we have at home. And all of you, ask your parents to show you in the house. Just as you enter the house, you have a box, a big box that is called the mains electricity, and you are not supposed to touch or open it. I repeat, you will not touch or open that mains electricity on your own. Please ask your parents to just show you once where the mains electricity is. Now, batteries therefore are much safer to use. But here a word of caution that I had told you, never try to cut open the battery because it has dangerous chemicals inside. But if we compare with mains electricity, batteries are much safer to use. Now, you know, maybe somebody hits someone, okay, or not very hard. So what will I say? The force of hitting was not too much. But if they hit very hard, then we say that the force was more. So here again, the force of electricity, that is how strong the electricity is. How do we measure it? Like we measure length in centimeter or meter or millimeter. The force of electricity is measured in a unit that we call volts. What is it called? Volts. Yes? Come on, please underline this. What is mains electricity? How many volts? 220 to 240 volts. You will see the volts that we have for our batteries, maximum is the 15 volt or 5 volts. Okay, and therefore because mains electricity has such high voltage, it is very dangerous to use. Come to the next point. If you have some small things like the torch or the toys or the remote, why do we use battery? We use battery because it needs less electricity. However, when you have large things like fridges or television or fan or light, they need more electricity. And because they need more electricity, what do we use? We use the mains electricity. Now, this is a word of caution, as I told you before. Mains electricity, what it can do, it can flow through us. Why does it flow through us? Because you remember our body has about 65 to 70% water inside us, and therefore it flows through us and it can kill us. So please remember these things throughout your life. Never touch an electric switch or a socket with wet hands. And you should never stick scissors or spoons or anything made up of metal into a mains socket. Electricity flows through water. Now plugs, always we see whether it's the plug of our charger, phone charger or the laptop charger, all the plugs are made up of plastic, as it stops electricity flowing into us. Yes, the plastic part of the plug is made up of is known as an insulator. These are words now. Conductor is through which current can flow. So the wire or the metal is a conductor, but plastic is an insulator. So always when you're plugging in, look at the picture there on page number 103. When you're plugging in, don't touch the metal part of the plug, always touch the plastic part of the plug. And in case if sometimes we see that some part of the plug may be broken, so should you use that appliance? No, you have to take it for repair and only then you must use it. Okay, now just look at the picture of the iron box. Can you see the wire of the iron box? The layer in between has been broken. So what could happen if we use the appliance in the picture? There is a lot of possibility that we would get electric shock. Okay, now look at the next below the iron box. See, it's written design a safety poster to display in your school. Now when we get back to school, I want all of you to have one such safety picture. If you don't have a printout, don't go out now, nothing can be done. But I want you to draw or maybe write something like this. This is called a poster, and why we need to be careful. Okay, the 3 questions there about electricity are for homework on page number 103. Come on children. Yes, please let me know if you haven't understood some topic, some parts of this topic. I will be very happy to explain it to you once more. Just remember that this is a very important topic for us to remember throughout our life, because wherever we look, whatever we see, most of the devices that we are used to runs on electricity. Okay, come on. I want you to quickly finish off the homework and send it to me. Please go through the slides, understand them. If at any point you are unable to understand, please children, I'll be very happy to clear your doubts. Get back to me with the message stating your name. Thank you. God bless.